Hey all, welcome back to my channel Hyderabad. Are you having a plan of attending any interviews specifically for AI or data science based job roles? The one question that they are going to ask in every interview is, have you completed any ML end-to-end projects? Explain them and how many projects have you completed. So in this video, we are going to see how to complete a machine learning project from starting till end. We are going to see the steps and along with hands-on coding. Without any delay, let's get started. First step is importing necessary libraries. If you are following my playlist, you might have been familiar with this step of importing required libraries. First, I'm importing pandas and numpy for handling data sets. Then I'm importing train test split for dividing my data set into training and testing data set. Then I'm importing standard scalar because if I have any numerical values, I could convert them into range of values because my machine learning model can understand the data easily. Then the next step is logistic regression, importing this particular library. So here I'm going to import my machine learning model called logistic regression and it is one of the classification algorithm. The next step is I need to evaluate my model, right? For that I need score or something. That is why I need accuracy score and classification report. The final step is import joblib. This is for saving my machine learning model and the memory of the model. So now let's get into the important step, loading my data set. Here I'm going to use a Titanic CSV file. This is about predicting if this person survived or not based on what. So now importing the data set, what I'm using is directly I'm importing it from GitHub user content using a link. For this particular data set, I'll be providing this link in description along with the pinned comment. So if you want this link, you can just directly copy that and paste it in your coding cell. So after reading the CSV file and storing them inside df, I'm just trying to read my first 5 rows using df.head. The second step is data cleaning. Now I want my model to train with the data, right? That data need to be very clean. So here in this particular data set, see, we do have these many columns, right? Passenger ID, survive, passenger class, name, sex, age, cyber, then patch, ticket, fare, cabin, embarked. So in these many columns, particularly in age column, I'm just checking if it has any null values or not. In case if it has null values, fill them with median values. In embarked column, if it has null values, fill them with mode values. And for these particular three columns, this is not going to help me at all in either cases for predicting my output. So I am dropping all these three columns. And finally, after doing all these steps, I just want to check if my data is working based on these steps. If the data is cleaned enough to upload it to my machine learning model. So for that, what I'm doing here is, I got an error because I need to read an all. Yeah. So here, when I give df.head, I can see the final 5 rows, the first 5 rows after doing all these steps. So I can confirm it if these steps are processed on this. Then third step is feature engineering. Here is the step I need to decide which columns are important and based on each and every columns how I need to treat them so my model understands them clearly. So in these three columns we have sex, we have embarked column, right? Instead of having them like this, I can convert them into Boolean values so my model understands better. So that is what I am doing here using pd.getDummies. So in this process, see this particular column got converted into true false and this particular column embarked got converted into two different columns. If it is Q, it will be marked as true. If it is yes, it will be marked as true in this particular column. The fourth step is train, test and split. What is going to happen here? My data set is going to get divided into two different parts for training and testing. For training, I'll be using 80% of data and for testing, I'll be using 20% of data. So that is how I'm splitting my data set. And fifth step is feature scaling. This is a step where I'll be doing my scaling process. my whole numerical values will be converted into a range of values. Why? Because my machine learning model understands them better. Next step is model training. I need to train my model. So for training my model, I'll be using a particular machine learning model, right? As this is a classification problem, I need to predict if this person is survived or not. So I'm using a basic classification algorithm called logistic regression. As a proof, this is shown as an output. The next step is I need to evaluate my model. For evaluating, I am having two different evaluation metrics. One is accuracy and another one is classification report. When you see the accuracy, it is easy to understand. It's 0.8044. So my model's accuracy is almost 80%. But what about this classification report? We do have so many metrics, right? How to understand them? Listen carefully. Here in precision, it is about in my model, it will be predicted as positive and negative. So in this, specifically about of predicted positives, how many were actually correct? When you look into these numbers under precision, there is 0.82 for 0 and 0.77 for 1. So it says that when it comes to survived, 1 means survived. So here, survived is predicted 77% correct. Then we go to recall. Recall is about in that actual positives. This is predicted positives when it comes to precision. That's what we are talking about. In recall, when it comes to actual positives, how many my model actually found that? How many actual positives were correctly found using my machine learning model? So when we see this, we can see 0.74 for 1. So for survived. So it says that 74% of actual survivors. Now we have something called F1 score, right? It is actually a balance between these two, precision and recall. So when I have value of 0.77 or 77% for precision and for recall it is 74%, then for F1 score it is going to be 0.76. And finally, when I want to save the model, I am saving that using joblib. So this is the output that I am going to get after saving my model. I believe you clearly understood how to do a end-to-end machine learning project. So these are the steps. First step is data loading. Second step is data cleaning. Third step is exploratory data analysis to understand the data. Fourth step is feature engineering. Based on the importance of column, we need to treat them. Fifth step is training my model. And sixth step is evaluating my model with my evaluation metrics like accuracy and classification report. The last step is saving my model. So I can save the result as well inside my model. I believe you clearly understood how these steps work when it comes to real machine learning projects. These are the steps that you need to follow. So if you have any doubts, without hesitation, drop them in comments. Bye for now. We'll meet you in next amazing video.